Everyone, and welcome back to Building on 16. I'm Jason, and today we've got some really good news. Our foundation has passed inspection, and so now the next steps are going to be for our backfill and grade. And I'm super excited about that, but before we can get to that point, today we're going to be doing something a step before that. And today what I'm going to do is put some sealer, some tar on our foundation block right there. Now, this isn't code in our area. It's just something that it's just an extra step that it's always good for the underneath of your house. So what we have is that the block on the outside of it is going to be higher than the grade of where the crawl space is right there. So anywhere that I have the block that is higher, I'm going to put this roofing tar on it, and it's a sealer waterproofer. This product here, I really don't know a whole lot about. All I know it's the right stuff. It was recommended by a buddy of mine who is actually kind of the one who made me think about putting the tar on this foundation as well. But this is the product. Obviously, this is the guy doing the same thing that I'm about to be doing. So at least we're off to a good start. Okay, so the first step I'm going to take is to clean out the edge right here with this flat shovel, and then that way, I mean, it's going to obviously stick better to right there at the edge if there's not a lot of debris there. So that's the first step I'm going to do, is to clean that out, and hopefully there's not a lot to clean out. They did a pretty good job of not making a huge mess right there, and I mean the brick masons. But other than that, I'll go around to the other side. I do not have to do the back side because the grade is actually higher than the foundation block right there, so we're in good shape. And a little bit around the front side of the house. So I'll take that, clean it out, and then I will take my blower, clean it off real good, and we'll be ready to start putting the tar on there. All right, well, I did the best I could on shoveling some of the bigger stuff out of here. As I was doing it, I realized I don't know how necessary that is. Some of that block is below grade, so just going to use the blower, blow off a lot of the loose stuff here, and completely make a big dust storm. But go ahead and clean some of this up, and then we'll start applying this and see how it goes. Well, like I mentioned, big dust storm, but it actually really did clean out a lot of loose stuff. So we can get this bucket opened up. And I will put on a pair of gloves because I'm sure this stuff, even though it's water-based, is not going to come off very easily. And like I mentioned, I had to wait for the inspector to come out and pass everything. So now we're at the middle of the day where the sun is directly on me, and it's actually starting to warm up. We had a beautiful week last week with temperature, and this week is starting to warm back up, but we want to keep moving, so we're going to keep working. All right, first coat here. Let's see what it does. Start low in case I don't hit my brick. my mind on doing the back part of the house. Again, I just did the one block. The ground level comes even with that bottom block there, so should be in good shape as far as blocking any type of water coming in. But want to walk back over here to the other side and kind of give a little tip on something I learned. So as you're working around the perimeter of the house here, there are a lot of bigger chunks of dirt or rocks or roots you're going to run into, and you got to be careful because you will lose your footing and you may dump a good portion of your product on the ground there. So you got to be careful out there, but hopefully you guys are a lot smarter than I am and watch where you're walking when you're going around the building here with a heavy 5-gallon pail of actually anything. But moving right along, got the back side, so I've got that far side to do and around the front, and then the rest is not going to need it because it's actually the garage, so that'll be a slab. So I should be able to get this finished up, and then I'll give you a walk around and kind of show you how everything looks and if I feel like it needs a second coat or not. Just finished up around the corner here, and again back around to the garage wall, so I did just a little bit past it right there. As you can see, this is the front of the house, and I've got the first coat definitely soaking into the block, so I will let this dry really good and then go around and put a second coat on it. And again, this is to keep any type of moisture seeping through when it's graded out and the dirt is up to there, because this is higher than the inside of the crawl space there. So to keep any type of moisture over the years getting through the ground, going through the block, and just getting in on top of the vapor barrier in the crawl space. So this is something that the builder, that for one, we don't require in our state, but also the builder doesn't do. And this is just one of the things that we're going to be doing to help save us some money on this build. I mean, we've hired a national builder to build this house, and they are going to take on most of all the work, obviously all the stuff that is required, and a couple things that are extra that we paid for. But there are several things that we are doing, and hopefully we can show everybody how we are saving money and getting a little bit extra on our build here. So waterproofing is just one of them, which is kind of an easy one. A little bit of work, I mean, especially in this hot sun, but I got it done because tomorrow I've got the guy that's doing the grading work. He's gonna be in here and we're gonna get all this dirt pushed around. So I wanted to get that done. So we'll wrap this one up. Again, waterproofing is done, and we should be getting material delivered here real soon for framing. But I appreciate everyone watching. I really hope that everyone will think about subscribing to our channel. It'll really help us out, and to follow along and watch our dream house get built on our land. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.